Properties. All right. Hopefully you can hear me now. I totally should have tested all that before I started, but I did not because I don't know why not. And yeah, why hello everyone. It's been a while since I've live streamed. I've been really bad about that. I've been wanting to, and I've improved all my setup. I think it looks better. Hopefully it does. I'm actually able to stream at like 60 frames a second with no weird input lag or anything fun like that. And I even had fun effects. I got up the NVIDIA broadcast thing, set up its camera, and like I've been having fun with this in meetings. It's like awesome. Oh no, why did it do that one? Not the default. Yes, this is my new default meeting background. Pretty awesome, if you ask me, but it's all right. I digress. All right. So today I am excited to work on some Hot Reload stuff. I've been like nose down in so many things for .NET 6 and working on prototypes, and I just haven't had time to really live stream because a lot of the stuff I've been working on is not that exciting. It's really deep in the woods and kind of hard to do. And I bang my head against a wall again a lot. And I was learning Roslyn. That was all new to me. So it hasn't been that exciting. Now, though, I have it to where I just open sourced a new repo, Reloadify3000. It is the code that powers Comet's hot reload. So that's really exciting because that's out now. And it's its own library. It does have the Comet reload library in it, but it's like 4 lines of code because everything is now in a generic library. And I have Comet working on the latest Maui stuff. Well, I did. And then today I spent time getting my fork updated with the latest Maui handler stuff. So I just got it all merged in. I just started committing code on the hot reload stuff for MVVM. And I was going to try the Comet stuff, but I just didn't get to it yet. And I'm like, well, this might be something fun to live stream and you guys might actually enjoy this. So if you want to see how this new Reloadify 3000 library works, I'm gonna hook it up, and hopefully I've only got about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours tops. I have less than 2 hours. I have about an hour, maybe hour and a half before I've got to drop, but let's see where we can get. So I am going to switch over to my code. My mic didn't work. Let's hope at least this works. Okay, that's pretty good. And actually I'm gonna ditch my background so that way you can see more code, less me. 1 second. I need to make this a hotkey because it's super easy to do. And I haven't done it yet. Why, good morning, Lachlan. How's it going? All right, and I'm going to move myself to the other side for fun. I don't know why I'm on this side. Whee. All right. Now you can see more screen and more of everything. Like I said, it's been a while, so hopefully I haven't messed up on my setup or done anything wrong. All right. So right now, my fork is almost identical to the current Maui stuff that if you've been following any of the repo stuff or following along where it's at. Actually, I'm going to put on some music because I like music. Turn my music down. All right, there we go. So if I'll bring this repo up on the screen. If I go to, not that one, lost a tab. This one, nope, wrong one. All right, this one, yay. All right, so right now, I just pushed a couple new branches to my own stuff. If you wanted to follow along and see the latest Maui stuff, all the latest Maui stuff is in main handler. I just updated everything. Now I'm out of date because Matt just updated and pushed code in 6 minutes ago, but I was up to date a few minutes ago. So now I'm out of date and we're not going to update because that's just not fun. So mine is based off this branch. There is a new branch on mine called system.graphics.complete. This goes and grabs everything from the main handler and then applies a couple different things on it. I didn't check. Is my audio sound okay? I'm always worried about it. So R2, which library did you make? The like a Reloadify? All right. So this has a couple commits. I didn't want me to click on a commit itself. So let's go into this library and then a couple commits that are it's ahead. So all of this does grabs everything and then adds a dependency to system.graphics, that new library that just got released, John Lipsky stuff. It might go through a name change before it becomes official, but right now I have this in case, so we're ready if we can get this to happen, to where all the primitives and the system.drawing stuff will be in here. So that's what this commit does. That's what all of this does. It's just get us back up to date and get my stuff up and going. Now I have another one on top of that called system.graphics.reload. This adds in a few extra things. You'll notice fixed merge and then everything on top of that. And I keep rebasing to keep these up to date. So if you use these branches, yeah, I'm gonna force push it on you. Well, R2, I beat you to it. Haha. Actually, this Reloadify that we're talking about is not that new. If we go look at it, this is based off of Frank's original proof of concept. Frank is the real OG on this with continuous. My stuff's based off continuous, and it doesn't really do what continuous does anymore. It's very different. His was all built off the mono stuff. Mine actually is built off Roslyn. Oh, see, mine runs in the app. I did that just because the text is really simple and easy to pass over. I did have a branch of this a long time ago that I lost that did a DLL and shipped it over, but it was way slower. And it's really easy to compile and find what changed. I mean, just to compile because all the references are in the app. So you can just add every reference, every assembly. Yeah, everything eventually comes from Frank. But that makes it nice and easy just to add all that in there. So this library, though, also has a couple extra things that Frank's didn't. I have my ESP library in here, which just magically will make the connection for you. So if you need your IDE or desktop to talk to an app, ESP does that for you. And so Reloadify builds off of that. And I need to get VS Code working. Right now, VS and VS Mac work. So out of app, yes, you get debugger support for free. I agree. I need to do that. Yeah, that's the only reason I've thought about switching to out of app is because you keep debugger. So R2, if you want to send a pull request to Reloadify to make that an option, I'd support it. I'd accept it. All right. So Reloadify, going back to that. So Reloadify is super, super easy to integrate. I added notes into here. So basically what happens is you say, hey, I want to hook up to reloadify.reload. Tell me whenever a type is replaced. This little thing will pass in a class name and a type. So you know the class name that changed and what its new type is. It needs to be a new type because that's how assemblies work. You can't have multiple things with the same namespace, same class stuff, all in the same thing, or it blows up. Then also, whenever it's done, if it sends over like 10 different things, it's going to do reload finished. And then at that point, that's when you tell it to reload. And of course, you tell it to initialize. And if you can manually say initialize and pass in a port and an IP address, but if you don't, by default, the ESP will check the DLLs. The DLL it embeds into the resources, the IP addresses for the machine that compiled it, so it knows how to phone home. So it just has that built in. And eventually I want to add into ESP some little handshaking over some RDP or over some broadcasts. So it can broadcast and say, hey, here I am. And if the same exact key is in both DLLs, it can communicate. I just haven't gotten to that yet because I'm lazy. I'll get there. And this works pretty good too. All right. So at this point, this library has the comment reload, which has now been reduced to this one file. And this is very very comment specific. However, in my branch of forms, you will notice that I brought over some stuff. I brought over my hot reload helper. So this code should work. Should be API compatible. wherever we are. All right. Go back to here. So this should be, no, I'm in the wrong one. Reloadify. Here we go. So this code should be API compatible. So we should be able to just go grab it. So R2, I'm expecting by the time the stream is over to have a pull request to Reloadify. I even went and did the work, and this is something Frank's and all it doesn't do, to where I grab all the partial classes, which is needed for what we're going to do. Because if you check out the handler stuff, all the handlers is partial classes. Everything's a partial class. And I want to be able to reload, hot reload partial classes because that's really important to me. And reloading these handlers. So I can just edit a handler and things just auto update. All right. So hot reload helper is very basic. This has been in Comet for a long time. It now uses interfaces instead of concrete types. About it. Nothing special there. All right. Perfect. So let's start hooking this puppy up. We're going to just do it in the sample. So I'm going to go into the sample, and I haven't even added the NuGet yet. Let's show. I just pushed the NuGets last night because they're there. So they should be there. I spelled Reloadifier right. Reloadify, not Reloadifier. I don't know what name is better. I'm the worst namer. Reloadify. There we go. And I don't know why the description says it's Comet Reload. I need to fix that. All right, let's push this forward. And on this repo, if you wanted to play with it inside of the releases, I built, or you can build them yourself. You can go into VS and actually build the extensions, but the extensions are there. So if you don't want to build them. And I did change the project. Something kind of cool I learned while doing this one. VS Mac by default does not build those MPacks. So after building, go pack it. So if you build it, it's really easy to get those things out of there. All right, let's accept this thing. You'll notice it's going to bring in all the C# scripting stuff. The nice thing about it is if we do it out of process like R2 is talking about, we wouldn't need any of this crap. It would be so basic. We would just have the ESP to do the transfer of the DLL and reload it rather than doing Roslyn in the app. So good thing he's going to send us that pull request. All right, add. NuGet adding is so fast, guys, so fast. Well, that's adding. What have you guys been up to? Anyone doing anything fun lately? Building anything fun? Anything interesting at all? And notice I automatically enable it if the debugger's attached, so you're not even going to get any hit from this stuff if it's not. All right, that's added. Yay! Oh, I added it to the sample, didn't I? That's the wrong place. Sweet, now we get to remove and add it. I guess that would have been fine, but I always add it to the project head, which won't matter come .NET 6. Maybe I should try it at that level. It should be fine. It shouldn't matter, actually. All right. Stop removing. I'm going to add it back there. Let's see how bad we can make this thing cry. Well, that's exciting. I didn't know you guys were working on a Xamarin Weekly app. I haven't seen anything in the Xamarin Weekly on system.graphics, and I'm very disappointed. I even messaged Kim on our team server, and he never replied. I'm hurt. Really, really hurt. So rude. So rude. I thought him and I were friends. All right, come on, install. Okay, well, that's going and do anything. We're just going to add a new, everyone's favorite. Actually, I don't need to be public. Whoa, I did not want that. Why did it do that? And I'm going to wrap this puppy in a try catch just because I'm like that. So this nougat did not come back yet. Still waiting on it to re-add. Yes, I accept. All right. Am I missing a? There we go. All right. And then we're going to wrap this in an if debug. That way we don't bring any of this crap if we don't need it. And that should show up. And I'm just going to right here fire that thing off and forget about it. Actually, let's do right. Who does not have system added? Who does not console.write line through all their code? Disappointed forms team. Disappointed. And in there, I have ESP. I have the default port specified. I don't know why I make you pass that in. I shouldn't make you do that. And to get that, it's an ESP resources. I should just make that nullable. Except. All right. There's not a blog post about system.graphics. There is a mention of it in Dave's last blog post. It did get added to the .NET repo this week, just like Comet. Did you guys notice that? Comet made it into the .NET repo. I'm like, yay! I always still just go there, but it redirects. I'm so excited. Sad thing is the default branch isn't an on state because I'm busy working on everything else rather than Comet. But hopefully I'll get through this reload stuff. And then I have to go help the team with some stuff. And then I can come back to Comet. How did you say you successfully added? Because I'm not getting namespaces. Let's just close the solution. Save. Yeah, time. All this time, not enough time. So if anyone wants to work for free, just ask me and I'll assign you tasks and you guys can help me get this stuff caught back up. For some reason, very few people will take me up on that offer. All right. Anytime now. I added you. Everyone saw it. I'm just going to build it. Let's just see if it's happy. Well, it's not going to be happy about constants, but it might be happy about the other stuff. All right. It's building. Does exist. Lies. All right. So let's go. Add that in because it's going to need something. This is the longest build I've ever seen it take. Maybe I should restart Visual Studio. And I'm tired of the iPod Touch 7th Gen as the default. And I can't even click on that. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Hot reload helper does not exist there. Let's the namespace. I don't remember the namespace. That's where I put it. Let's work. Hey, look, it's happy now. All right. Now we've hooked up hot reload. It's not going to work though. But we hooked it up. So what we need to do now is figure out what this thing is even doing. So controls, we have this view. We can implement it here, but does anything even use that? No, everything uses the Xamarin Forms stuff. Does anything? All right, so we're gonna have to go hook it up in the Xamarin Forms layer. No problem, we can do that. We're just gonna go there because, and yeah, ever since I updated to the latest of our branch, I get this crap, and I don't know why. So we're gonna go all the way to the bottom. And now, oh, come on, I forgot to change the simulator, and it's launching the 7 or the iPod Touch. All right, let that run. So we're going to come all the way down here, and it has all that stuff. Gotta love regions. I'll do it just to be consistent. Let's see if we can get this thing hooked up. Now, we're going to rely a lot on what Comet does, because why not? That's what Comet does. So we're going to copy what they do. I mean, it already works, so I'm going to do something very similar. Oh, right. Now what I need to do is hot. Is that what I called it? I can't remember. No, don't. No, I don't have Keycaster on. Do I even have Keycaster? I don't have Keycaster. I had to reinstall my machine because my camera stopped working, which means in the Apple world that you have to get a whole new machine basically. They replaced my motherboard and my Time Machine backup didn't work. All right, and I think I install this via Brew. Yep, in Cask. See me updating all of my system.graphics stuff and my force pushing. Yes, I force push. Why so much hate for the iPod Touch? It's just weird. Who uses that thing? Like, I'm using a phone. I want to test on a phone. You're unsure how I can work on an Apple being a mobile dev? Kind of have to? I mean, now I got to go through and it's like, oh, we can't open this. Oh, it's going to let me that time. All right, let me bring this off screen if it'll let me. Let me just add that in. Unlock. I love the watch to unlock when it lets me do it. So much better than typing in a password. I have a Mac Mini chilling on my desk. It's right there. But why not do both? And you can actually do without even having the Mac Mini chilling. All right, telling that to auto update. All right, Keycaster's on. And where is it? Okay, display Keycaster. Is it capturing now? I don't know how to toggle capture. This used to be a lot simpler. What happened? Why is it not display only command keys? Oh, it's way over in a corner and it's really tiny. Like way tiny. Huge. There we go. Now we see my commands. All right, and I'm getting this crash that I got ever since I updated too. All right, so we're going to bring this puppy in. I actually remember the name. We're going to bring this thing in again. Anytime now. And now my hotkeys aren't working. Keycaster! Is it? There, now it's going. Oh, does it not consider that a key? The command enter didn't you do? Why not? display. Maybe it was that. Okay, that went. Implement all members explicitly. And where did it add those? Hopefully down at the bottom where I'm trying to work. No. It just shoved them in the middle because where else would you put them? And now there's also a replaceable view. This needs to get moved down. This is a lot of not implemented exceptions. All right. All right, so there's a couple different pieces that we had to bring over here and add in here. All right, one of them being this iReplaceable view. This is not inside the hot reload namespace. This is just inside the core namespace. The reason is this is how Comet works. Views can be replaced by anything. So if you do like a view and a body, the body is the replacement view. So this stuff exists, and I've already taught Maui how to use this replace view. Now, Forms doesn't have that concept, nor does it need it. But it does if we're hot reloading, so we'll add it in this case. And here we'll do hot reload helper dot I think I can just do get, I think I just do get replaced view, this. All right, so what it's gonna do is it's gonna say, hey, was I replaced? Go check itself. Now I can also do a check if hot reload's enabled, but I already do that in there. Okay. And if it is replaced, it goes through and creates it. And this code's gonna need to change because this code does not use IOC stuff. So we need a way for you to hook into this and say, hey, I've got an IOC container. I want my IOC to create this view rather than me. We'll get there. So we'll get there. Just not there yet. All right, that's there. Deal with that later. Actually, let's go back there and do a to-do. Oh, come on. Now it's typing everything. That's why I wanted only can be, I don't know. We're just going to put that to do add, although I don't really use those two things. I'm not the biggest fan, but you know, some of you guys love it. All right. Transfer state. Transfer state's a fun one. So something we need to do that we're not doing yet in this is we're going to just put a to do in here. First state by, because we need to allow the to do, let you hot reload the, my mind's blank. Let you hot reload the view model. Yeah, the guy working on your view MVVM stuff can't remember the name of view model. All right, so this for now is going to be super easy. We'll say new, for this one, the iView, new view, if new view is view, v dot equals ending context. So for now, we're just going to say our really lame transfer state, why hello Sweeky, is just going to be pass it the no binding context, right? Or pass it the old binding context, because that just makes sense. So that should let us hot reload C# code behind stuff. And then for the reload in Comet, all I really do is view handler. Where's the view handler? Handler equals null. Is that really all I do? Let's go check Comet code. I'm trying to remember what we do in there, but it's something like that. All right. All right, so let's go into here. Comet core, it's in controls view. It does a bit more than that. It truly does. I know it does. But I think the gist of it to make it hot reload, right, we need to do that weak list crap. Forgot about that. All right, so let's do... All right. Dun, 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 dun. Reload. Is hot reload, I call reset view. I go through, transfer some crap around, view handler remove, view equals get the render view. That's doing that whole is it replaced or not. Oh, I just do view handler set view. Done. That's even easier. I wonder how that's going to work with hot reloading. Right. Comet does a whole thing to where I diff. And at that point, I transfer the handlers if the handler exists. All right, we're just going to do handler. I don't know. We're just going to see what happens. I don't know. Okay, let's see if I can get it to run without it doing that weird crash it was doing. I have no idea why my dog is barking. She won't stop. Hold on. There's someone at the door. Give me 1 second. I will be right back.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
All right, never mind. My wife was on it. All right, did I add that handler stuff? Go check Git. It did add all that stuff for me. So I don't want to add all that. So what all did it add? It added is framework enabled all the way down. Because my stuff forces it to eye view. Okay, this may or may not work. Let's compile. Not complaining. That's a good sign. Well, that's going. I was bored and set up another camera just for fun, pointing outside so everyone can see how awesome and cold it is here. Hey, I don't know what this is. This was crashing since I updated the latest stuff. Which I have no idea what this visual tree crap is. Something with XAML, I'm guessing. And I wonder if I can disable it. I think it's something with hot reload. Yeah, it is. How do I disable that? Because something's not compatible with Maui. Yeah, my outside camera is probably going to be pretty boring too. I was about to add it, but then this thing happened. All right. Anyone know how to disable hot reload? All right, time to hit the Googles. Yeah, I should be able to hit it somewhere. Sample hot reload. All right, now that shouldn't crash on me. Didn't crash that time. Thank you. I don't know why that just updated its UI though. That was kind of silly. All right. So now that I did that, let's see if I can hot reload anything. What I'm going to do is go to the handlers. Let's adjust this. Move this puppy right there. All right. All right, we'll just go native. Didn't work. What'd it do? All right. Says it worked. Says it triggered a reload. However, you and I both did not see a reload. So let's go hook in to hot reload. Let's see what it's doing because I could be. Go check this stuff out. All right. So in here, hot reload. It did just add this crap, so it might not work in its current state. So let's go back. The slider. Not that slider. Let's go to our slider handler. All right. Did it get any roots? It did not get any roots. Right. I didn't hook into any of the active root stuff. I said I needed to do that, and I didn't do it. We can fix that. All right. So view. Does this have a constructor? Internal. Here we go. This is what I wanted. All right. Now, this is something we can hopefully remove in the future. What this thing is to register is the right one, right? Yes. No, that's not what I was thinking of. Where's the active use? That's what I want to access. All right. So for now, I will do let's reload helper dot active use dot. How did I just add that? Right. Do we not have internal visible stuff on this stuff? I thought we did. Did we remove it? Let's go dig in. Properties. Which repo is this? Or project? Goodness. Why is core? So it's just unit tests. Dot add this. All right. So this has this like weak reference list thing that I created. I know there's technically one that exists, but it did not work for me. It was holding references. So I created my own. Hopefully I can switch back to the native, the built-in one in .NET. But basically it just says, hey, these are all the active views. And it does not hold a reference onto it, so they can still be garbage collected. And I need to know what the active views are. So that way, now this, I'm guessing this whole code generation thing is partially why my stuff's not working. But it's adding a lot of noise. Right, because I did that there. There. Actually, I didn't want that code in there yet. What am I thinking? We're adding that. Errors. Cursed build errors. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to remove that. And we are going to go to our hot reload helper. And now in here, we will do there. Now inside of view, that should build. That should give us something, and we should be in good shape. We'll see what happens though when the actual reload is called. I wonder if disconnecting the handler, what that will even do. I mean, that's all I did in the comment stuff really, is say, hey, this thing has no handler. And then I assign the handler if it's reused. I have no idea if that'll do anything exciting, but yeah. Slider. Roots? Do we have roots? We have roots. Why does nothing have a parent? Why aren't we parenting things in forms? Every control has no parent. We're going to reload them all. We need to make sure we proxy that to the UI thread. We can do that. Do we have anything threading? No, we don't. But we do on form side. What's that? Device dot I have no idea what this will do. But if it hot reloads, that's going to be awesome. Oh, dang it. I forgot to uncomment that. That's right. We can try hot reloading the other way. Okay. Reload all those views. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? How did I clear out the service? Do we not set that up? Killing me. All right, what do we have in Maui for reloading on the main thread? Gotta have something in there. If not, our sample. All right, we are also going to throw in here. Is it just under? Where does that? Forms.forms. There. Now that should give us all the forms platform stuff for now. Still there. Oh no. Android. So we are just going to not do that there. And we're going to just do it in the app delegate. Because where else would we do it, right? All right, so let's just go here. A lot of the lifecycle stuff has not been done yet in Maui. So that's what I'm fighting. So let's do would it be possible to handle thread changing? Yes, we need to have something in to do stuff like that. So hopefully we'll do something at a different level. Right now it's just in the forms level because Maui's not far enough along. But yes, we need to get there. Whoa, I just added in a camera. Check that out. My front driveway. So pretty right now. And it's still sunny. It's sunny out, guys. I know you guys don't understand. You don't. But it's sunny out. And automatically invoking on the UI thread, that's a little tricky because I do it in comment. I just auto do everywhere I can. I have an ensure run on invoke on main thread, and whenever something changes in a view, I always run the property mappers on the UI thread because why not? That's super easy to do, so we can probably do that whenever the mappers are hit. They automatically will invoke. We probably should make sure. Yes. So sometimes you can see most of those footsteps in the snow there. Some are from the dog, but most of those are from moose. So sometimes there's even moose in the front yard. I like to try and eat my little trees right there. Those are my apple trees. Well, one of them's a plum tree, but my little apple trees. They won't stop eating. All right, so we reloaded. Forms did absolutely nothing. All right. It is reloading, and you can see that it's swapping out the handler. The problem is we have not told told Maui to go and get the new handlers. So now what I want to know is, why is this working in comment? Let's go check in comment. All right, something else I need to do. We will leave this as it is for right now. All right, so let's go and grab the history. This is on graphics.reload. We're going to go into Comet. And this is my deb branch. Let's switch it to new Maui. Even in here. We can reset all this. Actually, this was me upping the Comet reload stuff. So let me first commit that. Updated to new comment.reload. Commit that. Now we'll discard all this crap. And yeah, discard that. All right, so now what we'll do is we're going to switch to the new Maui. Leave those changes, it won't matter. All right, we're going to discard that, which won't really discard because it's lame like that, but it doesn't matter. Open in terminal. All right, cd Maui get reset dash dash hard, get clean dash xdf, get pool. We want origin dot graphics dot reload. And that should now update it to the latest. What? How did I have? Right. Get reset. Dot graphics dot. All right. So that should now put it on the right commit. Hopefully. Or is it complaining? All right. So now no, that's wrong. Dang it, I did it again. Get I had that in there, didn't I? Okay, get. Let me just grab that commit. Because that's all old code. All right, so we will copy that. Is that right? Or get reset origin. I thought that would just do it. Just grab the latest because I force pushed it. All right. Now, what I've also done just to make this easy for me is you'll notice I have two Xamarin Forms here. That's the old one. So can't I get pool and tell it to reset itself? Pool after force push. Get fetch origin. Oh, I didn't do fetch. I was close. Origin slash system dot graphics dot reload. Now let's check it. That does not look right. Okay, we're on a different commit though. Actually, update Maui. All right, so let's try that. Now, if we go to comment, VS is going to freak out. I've got like 15 minutes before I got to go. But let's check and see if I got hot reload working here. I think I do. I think I'm close enough. Might have to do a tad amount of work because I renamed an interface. We are close. Oh, I call it hot reload, huh? just going to take it a minute to get up to date. Platform dot. So let's go check and make sure those hot reload bits are there. Not there. Didn't do it. Did I not push? No, I didn't push. But now, I should just be able to get pull. Although I'm going to have to specify, aren't I? There. That's showing the right commit. Reload? You're not going to reload for me? Oh, hey, check it out. That's in there twice. Visual Studio is so happy with me right now. You guys can see my lacking Git skills. I love it, but I still have to Google things. All right, so in forms, I've got this stuff. Our latest commit is 41BF. Now, if we go to commit, yes, 41EB, that's the right one. So that should have all that good stuff. See what else we got in here. See if this works. Yeah, adding the dash hard or the dash F fixes everything with Git. Just works. All right, so we don't need two of those. All right, I think it's just being dumb. Let's just click run. Let's see what it complains about when I actually build it. Sometimes the IntelliSense just needs to be smarter. Let's build. Building fixes that. All right, so while that's going, that webcam's been kind of boring. Hasn't even like moved. Getting darker though. Still looks nice out though. All right, here we go. Okay, so now these. See, check it out. I just invoked mine on the main thread. Like a good person, kind citizen. No, it's not a photo. It's live. I can wiggle the camera. See, it's real. It's real. Actually, the other side of my yard actually looks a lot better, especially at night. My wife put up all these awesome, cool lights. It's really nice. I changed types. It's mad about that. All right, let's see if this works. The moose come, you just never know when. Just kind of scary. They're big and scary and cute, but scary. Hey, it's running on the wrong device. But it's building. Okay, let's let this run. Building, building, building. Launching, launching, launching. All right. Right, VS forgot I shrunk it down. Get smaller. All right, and I have no slider. That's the one I was testing with. But we can do a different one. Last time I looked, there wasn't many, but I know they added new stuff. Labels got nothing. This is why I add a slider. But we can test if it's hot reloading, because I can just go to sample. What? What's null? That means it did not compile. And it should tell me why it didn't. It shouldn't just see evaluating equals false. It should say this thing was broken. See if we have a slider. I'm just curious if maybe there's something broken with that. Because this is what I was testing with earlier, was the slider and changing the background color. Okay, we have a slider. I'm just going to space. All right, so let's remove this one. That's probably why it's on all the wrong stuff. We're going to add that. Now in the app delegate, oh, I was manually doing it all anyway. That's still old code. Old code. Let's see if that fixes it though. Having the wrong NuGet could easily cause that. This is another thing that would be nicer if R2 ever sends me that pull request where we build the DLLs out of the app. We don't have that kind of issues. Less of them, at least. Is R2 even still around to hear me saying he's going to do that work for us? You got this. You can reload. The old DLL was missing some stuff, so that did stuff. Could not resolve type with token. Expected type ref comment.hot reload helper. Yes. Okay. So let's remove this. Yeah, that would make sense. It doesn't know the reactor. It's like, hey, I can't hot reload that. The hot reload thing's not there. Let's add the right version of Reloadify though. And then we're going to go back to this code. We'll get it. We'll get it. Yes. He's silent because he's working on that pull request. I like the way you think, Lachlan. You're onto something. All right. Oh, I should actually stop to rebuild with new NuGets. Can't hot reload that crap yet. Like I said, I was in the middle of doing this stuff at the beginning, so I just wasn't ready to really make it all work. my excuse. That's why we're doing this. All right, that hot reloaded. Let's go check out Slider. Come here, Slider. Now, something I changed with the new Reloadify. Editing this code, Android used to actually trigger a full reload no matter what. And then it would like yell at you. It's like, I don't know what to do with the namespace Android. And it wouldn't actually reload. It would just yell at you. You'll notice we're not getting any of that in our output. The new one is smarter and actually qualifies things. That again was also all part of doing the partial class stuff. You have to find all the types and see if it even matches. Handler dot native view dot no type native view. Actually, that won't work. Equals UI color dot blue. You can do it. Oh, right. You can't have that in there. It's all invalid code. What is that? Right. So I fixed it so you can compile code that technically shouldn't allow you to compile. Like, for some reason, I need to fix this, and I've been bothers me, this internal method. So I'll actually compile a DLL and let you reference it, but then you get an explosion, so I should probably remove it for now. It works in .NET Core, though. That'll fix it. So that means it was working, because our new handler fired. Where did... I don't know how I lost it. It was right there. Oh, no, this is view. No, that's... I don't know. All right, let's run that. You have unsafe code compile enabled. I do not have unsafe code compiled. I don't think I do, actually. Oh, that's where it was at. I actually don't think I do. I do less checks. I actually had to do a hack to allow you to compile against internal things. And eventually this plugin's not even going to be needed because we're going to add official support to this type of reload. And then it's just going to use Roslyn DLL diff, so it's going to technically still be the same DLL. So I haven't tried any unsafe code. I don't know if I enabled that. If not, I accept pull requests. And all the compile stuff's in one file. It hot reloaded. It's blue. Oh, is that not enabled? I can't drag it. I don't know why. But it's blue. No, there's no fuchsia there. I know that. That's nice. And you'll notice, oh, it doesn't reset that color. I don't do the same exact checks as Roslyn because the solution tells you do all that null nonsense. I remove that because I just compile everything. Why not? Why not compile the world? When I was doing this somewhere else, it was working. I don't know where that was happening. The last time I was doing this, it reset that. Instead of background color. Maybe the background color's on view handler. There's a background color here. So yeah. All right. Either way, that's working. Super exciting. Now I want to dig in and see exactly what I'm doing just to see if we can replicate any of this on, yeah. All right, so I know I do this diff. Now this diff, what it's going to do is it's going to take the old do view. I used to do all kinds of funkier stuff, but now I don't. So what it does is it does this diff function. This diff goes through, takes the two views, and then also whether or not we're checking the renderers. And I think I default that to whether or not it's a hot reload. If it's a hot reload, then we care about the renderers. If not, the renderer can't change. So only on a hot reload, the renderer can change. And so what it does is it will actually go and check and get the type for the renderer stuff on that. It does this little thing. Are they the same? Are they the same? And the same type is where it actually checks all that. If the hot reload view is replaced, checks all of that, and then actually checks, get the renderer type to see if they are still the same or not. And if they're not the same, it's like, oh, this is a no view. We can't do anything. And we, do our little stuff. So I might need to do something like that. I don't know. And yeah, if it is the same view, I return it. If not, or if it is, then I do a replace thing in here. And inside of view, the diff will automatically assign inside of here if they are the same. It does diff update. If they are the same, return the new view. And then eventually it checks all the containers, see if they're the same. If it checks the render, eventually it says, oh, hey, we are the same. And then we'd run this update from old view. And this just says, hey, blah, blah, blah. Let's grab its handlers, null it. So we have no handler. Oh, and then we assign the old handler to the new view handler. Maybe that's all we need to do. Let's go check forms again. Maybe that's all I need to do. Oh, but that's only if they are the same. If the handler types are different, we need to do this like swappy out thing. And comment handles that. Do I still have the view up here? So when you set its handler, has this whole set view handler, get render view, blah, blah, blah. Set view handler. Maybe it's calling the invalidate measure. We're just going to throw a couple things in here. Triple contracts. That sounds good. At least you're busy. Can't complain about that. I haven't tried any unsafe code though. It might just work. If not, it's going to be flipping a flag. I have whatever the default flags are for Roslyn. So it wouldn't be hard to enable unsafe code. I mean, this thing's not that magical. Inside of the Reloadify, the library actually has reload Roslyn evaluator, and this is what actually compiles the code. It goes through and does all the mix up the types, so that way it makes a new type. You'll notice whenever it says it reloaded a class, it says now the new class is this plus a GUID. It fixes everything on everything that's already been compiled. And yeah, recompiles new DLLs. All right. Oh, I should show up after 5 seconds. That's why it does something weird there. All right, so let's now go to slider handler. It's reloading, but it didn't reload the handler. So we're going to have to dig in, and I wonder why that works on Comet. All right, actually what we're going to do is I want to go into inside of the new handler stuff. We're going to go into platform. So inside of platform, there is it no view extensions? No. Handler extensions. All right. Let's see if editing that thing makes that thing do something. Does not. I'm wondering what I do so differently in Comet. trying to think. We're probably going to have some notification or teach the handlers how to redo themselves. Because in the app delegate does this, new view controller, content to native. So that's just going to be a UI view. In this, there's no app model. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think on this. I'm gonna have to dig through and jump through the hoops of what Comet does. So let's just go to Comet. We'll debug that again. Don't save. We'll reload it. We'll put a breakpoint in the same exact place. I should just have 2 instances of Visual Studio open. All right. So now let's go to that same exact place. And we'll see what's calling this. We're going to first run it because I don't want to get this for all those views. So I want to change this registrar to where we can make it off of view properties, not just the type. But we'll see when I get to that. All right, so let's see what this puppy does. How's the stream quality been? Has it been like holding up? I'm trying it. I forgot to change my settings. I normally don't stream at this high a quality. It's on 60 frames a second, 1080p. So I noticed I had the encoding option or transcoding option. So hopefully it works for places. Okay, so let's go to slider handler. iOS. All right. So thread helper. Run on main thread. See, yeah, I do all that nice stuff for you. That does this update view from old view. That's what's doing it. So during my diff does it. Okay, so it's doing it to the layout handler, which is the root. And then it's looping through. This goes back to it's a problem in forms that parent isn't being set. That's half the problem. So let's go do that. Because if it is the same, we're going to have to do a diff thing over there too. We're just going to have to. Okay, so let's go back to forms. Nice. I'm glad it's solid. Audio's good because I've had audio issues in the past. I don't know why. It's rude sometimes. Hopefully it's been good. All right. Last go, ditch go on this. I should have been done already. 5 more minutes. Hopefully my wife doesn't get mad. And while that's happening, we should see who else is live streaming. See who we can go raid. Anyone you guys want to go raid? Anyone do anything fun? I'm just seeing who in the live team is working, or the live coders team. Twitch React app. Ooh, Tim's working on his egg spoon game. That's pretty cool. If anyone has someone they want to try and raid, if not, we might go check out Tim's game. All right, so let me look at this. So what we need to do is we need to check what is going on with this parent stuff. So inside of this app delegate, when we create this app, it goes through, it does all this, things are added. What we're not doing is on this add, when a child is added, and this is on any layout, we need to do child.parent equals this. Of course. Let's find all implementations. No, yeah, that'll work. Find implementations. Okay, so it already has that. Okay, why aren't we ever setting that? All right, so what we're going to do. I don't know if we can fix forms in this amount of time. Dang it, I did not mean to pin that. All right, so I'm going to do. That was under layout. I wonder why I'm getting odd audio effects. I am using the audio nonsense to hopefully make it better, but I don't know. I meant to test it and make it to where I can see myself. Could be when I'm just too far away rather than actually on my mic. But that's because I'm lazy and I like to lean back. This is in sample. All right, I can do that here. Okay. This thing's not an element. Oh, it's not an element. That thing, their parent stuff is so broken. So broken. Oh, if child. It's like, I can't do that. I already know I can't do that. Why? All right, so if we do child parent equals this, it's going to freak out, right? So if we go to, do I still have my search results up? That's so wrong. Hmm. Well, I'm gonna have to talk to Easy. We're gonna have to fix this stuff because that stuff is not right. Yeah. So until I fix the parent-child relationship in forms, it's going to be really hard to do this. So we're going to have to do that. Then we're going to do the diffing algorithm. So I'll probably just bring comments diffing over. It's good. Or a variation of it. So we'll bring comments diffing over. We'll diff it. Then we can just replace the handlers. And we'll be in pretty good shape. We got to fix this parent because the only thing we should be reloading is the root element, because at that point we'll just refresh the whole page and it'll loop through each of it, check all of its children, do all that kind of stuff, and then update it and reset all those handlers so that way we reuse the UIs there. Unless the UI changed, and if the UI is changed, then in that case we'll just create a new handler when we add it to the child. So we'll have it working. And hey, there was motion on my camera. I saw it. My kid just got home from the bus. So it's live. All right. But all right, I guess it is now time. I gotta go. I'm going to let's raid Tim. If there's someone you guys want to raid, you can tell me that instead. But I think we will go and he's building a cool C# game if he's still going. Watch, he quit since I said I'm gonna go raid him. All right, this is who we're gonna go raid. And I'm not logged in, so I can't raid from there. Let me log in. I love the 1Password unlock from my watch. Why? Whoa, that's wrong screen. What the heck was that? It's all right. I'm just going to go to my selfie cam as I do this. Thank you guys for hanging out today. This was fun. I can now bring my camera over here, or my thing, and let's log in. All right. Twitch and their tokens. See, good thing I did that because now I got to log in. I don't think I've logged into Twitch since I got this since I reset my machine. But it's all right. I'm going to try and live stream more of this because I'm working on some pretty fun stuff right now. And hopefully you guys enjoy seeing the hot reload stuff. Hopefully it's good. But let's go raid Tim. And he's doing cool stuff he's doing a egg game he's been working on with Unity, which I find fascinating. So thanks again for hanging out, guys. This was fun. And I will talk to you guys later.